You get a new bag every day, bro.
Man, bro.
New duffel every day, bro.
we go to like team meals. Like they be like, "Hey, you're not gonna eat. I ain't used to this." I mean, it be like raw food. I wouldn't say it look raw to me. It won't be raw to them.
Like, what kind of-
but it
what
look
is it?
raw to
Like-
me. I don't know. Like what's that restaurant we went to when y'all went to with Coach? What was it? When me and you came together. What was that?
It was a Mexican restaurant, bro.
I don't know what food it was. It was
Raw
different.
food.
It was different.
Was we in San Antonio?
Yeah, we was in San Antonio.
Yes, bro.
Got a great crew in the building today. Fellas, how are we?
Solid.
First podcast, Mr. Bailey.
Yeah.
Feel special?
You can say that.
I want to start you two for a second. What was your favorite thing about Finland when you went?
Probably the berries,
What kind of berries?
like strawberries, blueberries, basically all the fruit.
I feel like they're a little more fresh than in
Is
America.
that true? Did
Yes.
you notice it right away?
They got a little
Yeah.
better flavor on.
So how long did you go over for?
Like, what, 2-3 days?
You were working out together, but what else did you do?
We didn't. That was a pretty short trip.
Yeah.
We went to dinner a couple times, and I think you went to the
I went
Olympics.
to the
after
Olympics
that.
after that, yeah.
So that was kind of a pit stop.
Oh, you went to Paris
Yeah.
afterwards.
That was
I went
kind of
there
a pit
first,
stop.
yeah.
Yeah. Just got a couple dinners and worked out, and
So I've never been. We were just talking about Finnish movies and TV and stuff. Like, how would you describe the country if you were like, if he's asking you about it? How would you describe it?
I don't even know, bro. Like, I don't know. The people are like, obviously normal, I guess. I don't know. Maybe the
Are they like-
hotel room was different for
Are
me.
they like friendly? Is it like, are they like outwardly friendly?
I mean, yeah.
How do you describe it?
Yeah, facts.
we're pretty. I don't know if it's
Quiet.
it's people are more
Quiet.
quiet. Like
Yeah,
they're
quiet.
they're not running up to you and starting small talk conversations, but really nice. And I think as a country, it's just very clean and a kind of easy place to be in. But I think you kind of have to get to know the people first before you can start joking with them, and they're kind of a little
I respect
laid
that.
back,
Makes
you
sense.
know.
What was Louisville, Texas like?
I mean, small city. Kind of knew everybody, or you've at least seen everybody in the city at least once.
How did Baylor come to be? Like, were you looking at a
Well-
bunch of other places, or?
I mean, I obviously have my top 5. I mean, probably Texas was probably the next closest, or probably Kansas. But
Yeah.
Coach AB, Alvin Brooks, he recruited me since I was like 8th grade. And like he was the most consistent coach probably out of everybody in the recruiting process. And then, Coach Drew, we actually played in Austin. And then, the whole staff showed up. And then some of the staff didn't show up for Texas. So like kind of just seeing the little things like that kind of pushed me towards Baylor for the most part.
In retrospect, looking back at it, you had such a successful freshman year there. What do you feel like you learned the most from from that experience, the Baylor experience?
I say learning from Flag, like just learning how to win.
Yeah.
Like obviously, the guards that came through there, like the defensive things that Davion Mitchell did, and just trying to kind of still, learn to this day, but try to pick up on some of those things like early there, and just like how they, how they do things. Like Coach Drew's very disciplined. It's just little things in practice like that he'll do, like just certain mind things that he does to you in practice that kind of prepares you.
When did you grow? When did you grow?
When did I grow?
Yeah.
Like height?
Yeah. Like what age?
I don't know. I always kind of been like the tallest one in the group. Not the tallest, but second or third one.
So like
18 years old, he's still growing.
I was gonna say, yeah, you might still be good.
19.
So like at what point like were you handling the ball at a young age? Like what was your basketball trajectory like?
Nah, I was falling over the lines. I was clumsy. I mean, I ain't started getting in control of everything since I got to high school and everything started to be. But nah, I ain't started handling the ball. I was a rim to rim type person at first, to be real. It was just rim to rim. But nah, I was clumsy at first.
What do you think allowed you to kind of figure it out?
I mean, just staying in the gym for real. I mean,
Yeah.
just staying in the gym, paying off. I just fell in love with that, the work.
Did you watch anybody growing up in terms of guys you wanted to model your game after or anything like that?
I mean, the KD, the Paul Georges. I mean, the
Yeah.
big wings.
We're talking about Baylor. With Rutgers, how did that come to be?
I just loved the atmosphere. I went to the first game and it was just crazy. I mean, I thought I went to, who were they playing? Rutgers versus Ohio State, I think it was. I mean, me and J Mike was there. I mean, my cousin, he committed before me. But I went to that game. I mean, Pike was just all in. I mean, the fans
The crowd there is crazy.
Crowd, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, they were teaching us to chant. And then Pike asked us a question. I mean, what was it? I think Ohio State scored. It's like, man, Ace and J Mike, y'all ready? Like the sub us in time on. I was like, oh yeah, I like it.
Did you talk much with Dylan before? Or it was kind of just like y'all just sort of independently were like, this is a good fit?
When we talk, it wasn't really much about commitment together, but we did have those talks. We tried to like leave it alone because there was already so much around it.
Yeah.
We just used to just check up on each other, but we used to talk to each other, like if you commit, I commit type thing, but it eventually happened.
Were you watching any of his games when they were in college at all?
I remember watching the highlight they put when he went to play there in high school. I remember that. And then obviously some of the stuff popped up.
It did feel like every couple of months, do have something would go crazy. There'd be like you forget about it, and then something. I'm always curious. Like I'm curious. Like now that you're more in the vet stage, how much you could actually pay attention to what's going on. Like even in like high school, college, everything like that. Like do you even not that like obviously you care, but like do you know like oh Rutgers has these two dudes like this? Or you kind of just like wake me up when they get to the league?
Yeah, to be honest, like I don't watch too much college basketball. I watch Arizona a little bit and then try to keep up with, because obviously we play so much and our schedule is busy. So
Facts.
it's more like checking scores and stuff. But these top guys, I feel like the highlights pop up in my Instagram, Twitter feed all the time and kind of see the guys that way. But I can't tell you that I would have watched the full game.
Do you, and looking back at the Arizona experience, do you feel like it added to your pro game in a specific way? Just in terms of how you were able to sort of like develop offensively there?
Yeah, I remember. I mean, we all did only 1 year. But I think my biggest thing going to Arizona was like my mentality of attacking the rim and like kind of build the toughness in that way, you know. I think I was getting away from the rim a lot, and then I feel like in my first college practices, just trying to shoot a weak layup at the rim, it's gonna be in the third row, you know. So kind of getting adjusted to players being more athletic and stronger, and so that was my biggest adjustment, I would say.
I'm curious your perspective. I mean, you're his teammate, but on a guy like what you bring to the table, what you both bring to the table, your ability at your guys' size to do what you do, sort of, this is what the NBA is. You know what I mean? Is the fact that you can have somebody your size who's able to put the ball on the floor and shoot like you can. Is that something that surprised you when you got to the league, that so many guys could do this? Or were you sort of just like, I know what I'm getting myself into?
I mean, I watched a lot of hoop, you know, during the pre-draft process, especially seeing the playoffs and all that and going back and watching games. But I think, like, when we got to camp, like, just some of the shots, like in college, you know, some of the shots is kind of bad shots. But, like, he coming off pin downs, guy right in front of him, like, he don't see him.
Doesn't matter.
Like, in my head, I'm like, whoa. Like, but the whole time, like, he just constantly going back, like, running the same play over and over. And then just seeing it in the game, it's like, wow, like seeing him like take off like one dribble from the corner, take it off two. I'm like, yo, how you even like get to the right footwork to even power up like that?
What was your pre-draft process like?
I mean, mostly normal, working out every day, lift, work out in the evening, and you know, shoot at night. But I mean, I didn't do nothing crazy.
At what point did you sort of figure out what was going to happen?
You see it as far as
in terms of just ending up here
in Utah? Yeah. You know, my agent, we had a meeting in the morning and we kind of went through the board. And I mean, you know, shout out to him. He kind of said everybody in order for the most part. And then he kind of told me where my draft started. And then, he told me for the most part I'll end up in Utah. So I kind of believed him and kind of trusted him. But, it was the best situation for me.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get to some of what you guys are doing this year in a second. What about you for your draft process?
It was fun. I mean, just in the gym every day, really just working out. I mean, head down, just focus on getting here. I mean, I enjoyed every step of it. I mean, from just waking up in the morning, working out, coming back, sleep, working out again, eating, working out again, just watching the playoffs. I mean, watching a lot of film, just fun.
This draft class is already, looking like a really, one of the better ones in the last, couple years. Could you tell at the time sort of what we had with this group?
I knew we had a nice draft class. I mean, the stuff we was doing in high school. I mean, the numbers some of my classmates was putting up. I mean, the way they was moving, how they was moving, the reads and reaction stuff. It was different from like what you would see from like other stuff, how advanced and stuff we were moving. And I wouldn't really say we'll be a top like class in the league because there's some other great classes out there. But I knew we was up there with them though.
Are you maybe not surprised with like Khan in particular? Just because of how he's, I mean, there's a bunch of like you've been going off, Khan's been going off, Derek's been going off, VJ's been going off. How fast it's happened. Yes. For I mean, we're not even at Christmas yet, when it's already like you guys have already been making your mark. Is there anything from that group that is like stood out to you just watching, just as like a fan and like a friend?
I mean, I feel like we here and we still have fun. I mean, we still have fun with the game. I mean, we don't like go home and be like, I mean, we still have fun with it. At the end of the day, it's basketball. So that's one thing I can say about our group. We have fun.
I was going to ask you about the Rutgers thing. Did you look at Tennessee at all or no?
I did, yeah. But they got mad when I moved out of state.
Oh, so they were just
it was over once I moved out of state. They thought it was up.
That's funny. That's funny. With your rookie year, when you're talking to these guys, I mean, Ace in particular, not just because he's going through it. Like, what did you learn from your rookie year experience that you try to pass down? I'm gonna keep talking about him like he's the vet now, but like that you pass down to them is just like what you learned from that, because you've had a journey. We've talked about it before, but this is you've gotten to this place where you're this all-star, all-NBA player, but you've had the ups and downs to get there. And so when you look back at that experience and you're talking to guys who are figuring it out, what's kind of like the thing that you sort of point at as something you learned from that year?
Well, funny you said that having fun part, like that's, I think people don't think too much. Like it's important you keep having fun with it. Like you show up to work every day, and it's obviously a lot easier to bring the right energy when it's fun. So that's a big deal. But I would say just consistency. That's what we're after. Like, consistent results obviously will come, but I think it starts with the habits, like consistently showing up early. I think that's the biggest thing, just for young guys too, to be early for everything. And I think once you build those consistent habits, like the results will eventually come, no matter if it's going well or going bad at the moment. But I think that's the biggest thing.
You're having an unbelievable year this year. Obviously last year you got to that place as well. Were there specific habits that you picked up that you feel like have allowed you to get into this place?
I mean, for sure. Like, especially talking like the rookie year, like I had like Chris Dunn, like John Collins, like vets that like kind of told me like to respect the game. And, as far as what that looks like is every day kind of showing up, be a professional. I think Chris Dunn was the best at it. Like, no matter if he started, didn't play, came off the bench, like he was, the same guy every single day. So for me, that kind of stood out, and tried to kind of implement that to, how I carry myself every day, and still trying to learn to this day. But, just seeing that every day kind of, helped the process for sure.
What do you think about, I'm curious, you guys all have different perspectives on this, but from a confidence level, you're obviously all, to get to this place, you have to be confident. Like that's sort of a given. But to score how you score, to take the shot, to take and make the shots that you make, that also takes a level of confidence of like, yes, you spend a lot of time in the gym, but also just like footwork, precision, everything is sort of there. Is there something you feel like you've cracked at all in terms of like, even just like your offensive mentality? Is it about being more aggressive? Is it about picking your spots in different ways? Or are there like basketball specific things that you feel like you've picked up in the last like 6 months that you think have allowed you to make the jump?
I mean, I think for me, I've been striving to like find a balance between, finding the guys and then trying to be aggressive. But I think obviously the best league guards in our league, they have that balance. But for me, I think it was just I'm starting to, trust the work, just trying to show up every day, work as hard as I can. And like you said, in this league, you got to kind of be delusional when it comes to your confidence. So I think that's kind of what helped me. And I've talked about, mental health a lot, and working with Dr. Craig, kind of helping like the science part behind the mind and stuff like that. So just there's a lot of things that I've done with the mind that's kind of bring my game and going out there kind of just make it all, come together as one. And now I'm not really, the pressure's all off me. I'm just starting to realize, I could trust the work.
What do you feel like, you talked about it a little bit before, but what do you feel like mentally, even if you're giving advice to somebody else, like what do you feel like you've been able to unpack for yourself that's been so effective?
I mean, just I think it's powerful just talking to somebody that has no clue about you and, can't go on one side or the other. And they can just kind of hear what's going on and they can just give, honestly, their just own personal opinion about it. And, when somebody kind of tells you the things you've been thinking, kind of their words that they're saying to you is what you've been thinking, it kind of, like I said, relieves some pressure. And then with Craig, I mean, he just honestly, we just talk about so many things as far as, trying to connect the subconscious mind to the conscious mind, like things like that. It's just starting to really, make me feel powerful in a way where, like I said, the pressure could just be all off me now.
Have you talked to Kevin about that stuff at all?
Oh, yeah. Me and Kevin talked a little bit.
Yeah,
sure.
he's going heavy on that because it's a lot. Like he had a version of that in Minnesota. He was just talking about it. It's like he was the man in Minnesota, then he goes to Cleveland. And it's like now you're number 3. You got to like juggle. It's a championship team,
Sure.
But it's like there's just a lot of institutional pressures that come in where it's like everyone thinks your life is great, but then you got to deliver. You got to do all these different things. You got to perform every night, and you got to manage that.
Exactly.
Did you have a welcome to the NBA moment, or have you had one yet?
Yeah, I had plenty.
What was number 1 and 2?
Will took me out in the first 5 minutes. I wasn't playing defense. I was like, wow, you don't play defense, you can't play at all. So,
Was this night 1?
Huh?
Was this game 1?
No, it wasn't. No, it was. I want to say it was against. I was going D-Book. It was Phoenix. First game.
Was he cooking or no?
So third game.
Me against me, yeah, of course. I mean, that was my first time.
Always
going
cooking,
so it was,
right?
Me watching film, I'm thinking film was enough. I should have been prepared the night before that. I mean, it's D-Book, so it's just like me coming in. I mean, not knowing the physicality of the game is just different. I mean, I had to adjust to that. So I can say those was my like welcome to the league type moment.
Are there specific things you're learning in real time, whether it's like you mentioned film, from like a process standpoint? Like you're like, I want to treat my trips differently. I want to do this differently. Like maybe I did this in college, but I can't do this here. I got to like take care of myself a little bit differently.
No, for sure. I mean, started with my diet. I mean, the stuff I eat, I mean, I had to slow it down a lot. I mean, the stuff I like, the stuff that, I mean, they told me no, Ace, no more. I tried to bring it to the plane. What was it, McDonald's? I tried to bring it to the plane. They all know, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, bro, I'll be all right. I'm 19 still. They be like, all right, he's going to catch up to you. So it's just like those type moments right there. I feel like I had to change and like, listen.
Did you have that? Did you have your own version of that rookie year?
Nah.
Maybe not with diet.
I was fat. I was fat in college, so I had to lose weight.
Oh, so you already were.
Yeah, I was already solid.
Thanks to DraftKings for sponsoring the show. Holiday basketball is in full swing, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is making the season even brighter. With stars lighting up scoreboards like Christmas trees across the league, you don't want to miss a single moment. The action never stops during the holiday season, and neither do the opportunities on DraftKings. From player props to same-game parlays, every possession becomes a chance to win big. Don't forget, DraftKings has your back with early exit. If your player goes down in the first half, you still get paid in cash. Richie, as always, I was checking out the futures. There were some player futures that were pretty interesting on DraftKings Sportsbook app today. Taping this Wednesday, the 17th, so it's always subject to change. There's some cool Wemby props, some individual props. There's a Con Knipple. When will Con Knipple make his 207th three-pointer of the season, breaking the rookie record? The fact that we were even having this conversation in December speaks to just how good he has been so far. We will have him on the show hopefully soon to talk about that. Some of the options versus Dallas Mavs, 3-3 plus 500 versus Portland, 228 plus 550. Boston Celtics, 3-4 plus 550. They're all sort of like that first week of March range. I'm ambitiously going earlier. It's Chicago Bulls plus 224. I think he's doing it right around the All-Star break. Pretty interesting specific prop there. Shout out to Con. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code TEAM3. That's code TEAMTHREE. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
It'll be interesting in a couple months to have the conversation because, and I'm curious your guys' perspective on this, but a lot of times you talk to rookies, it's like you get to a point in the season like January, February, and you hit like a little bit of a wall where it just is the season's long. Like I know your guys' flight got messed up today. Like shit just happens. Like things happen where you're and you're also playing, you're in the West, so you're playing good teams every night. Every night, bro. But you're also like, tomorrow you got to go play Jokic. You know what I mean? Like this is
every night, bro.
And so dealing with that, you know what I mean? Dealing with that and just being like, oh, I gotta establish this process. I got to establish these, routines and everything like that because life's hard enough. If I don't have that, then I'm going to be kind of like all over the place.
I think now I'm kind of starting to realize, what I need as far as on the road and what I need at home. I mean, my rookie year, I didn't know at all. I mean, I remember we had a back-to-back. We got to Portland, and I asked somebody if we had been to Portland yet, like a couple days after. I just couldn't. It was just a glare. Like, that was, I still can't believe it to this day. Like, I did not remember at all what the hotel looked like, what room I was in, nothing.
It was like 2 days earlier.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
I had the same thing happen my rookie year. I woke up in the middle of the night and in the previous hotel, the bathroom was that way. I started walking towards the other way.
Well, you remember you forget your room number?
Yeah.
No, I hate that.
Did you, by the time, because you had been in Arizona, by the time you got to Chicago, did you feel like acclimated to the U.S. or were you still like, not really?
I would say my rookie year, everything happened so fast. I didn't even really have time to think about it. But I hit kind of a cultural wall in my second year. I remember that. Like when basketball-wise, it slowed down a little bit. And then the lifestyle and stuff like that kind of took a little beating for me. But yeah, that was probably the acclimated in my rookie year. I think everything was just flying by. So you didn't really think about it.
We talked about this, I think, a little bit after you got traded, but your perspective now with the success you've had over the last couple of years, just on fit, because you've now been in these different situations where you've always been the same player. You've always been the dude that we're talking about who just rises up and people can't defend you. You know what I mean? But in certain cases, it's like, not that it's like appreciated more, but like you're given the opportunity more here, to actually do this and actually be like, you guys can go do your thing versus in, even in Cleveland, you guys had a lot of success, but like obviously Chicago is its own thing. But when you're thinking about fit on a franchise, how much of it is like your own sort of personal will versus just like, this is the team and I need to sort of fit into what the team needs?
Yeah, I think like I'm not taking it for granted. Like I think a lot of things have to click for that. Like it's the timing of, even if you're handed the keys earlier, like if I, like in Chicago, I wouldn't be mentally or physically ready to take on that role, So I think just the team we have, coach we have, the system we have in place, I think everything kind of has to click. And so you don't take it for granted for sure. And so I think just you keep working on your game, and no matter, in business, you never know where you're going to end up and where you're going to thrive. And like you just try to keep doing what the coach is preaching and keep putting the work in. And most of the time, things will work out. So that's how I try to look at it.
What do you think makes him so hard to defend?
I think he's like, he can do it from all over the court. Like he can shoot the 3-ball even.
Hey, boy, that boy fast, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Fast and he's strong.
Exactly. And he, yeah, super athletic. He's had some nice dunks too. And I think he's figuring out when he's getting fouled and when to play through the physicality. And so it's just the variety of things that he can do on the court. Well, both of them.
What about with Ace?
Thanks, man.
What he said about shooting over the people, that's like one thing that's really popped out to me, like how high he jumps on his pull-up jump shots, and like he can shoot it over anybody. And so
is that something that you guys will work on together, you feel like?
I mean, from watching him, from seeing him, how fast he reads coming out of like the the DHOs and all that, just the 1-2 rise up without even hesitating, without thinking. It's just like, all right, I see it. Just taking his time, making the right reads. I mean, not just forcing it. It's all pace. He's doing it at his own pace. That's what I'm learning.
So the pace thing is an interesting. I feel like that's a constant, no matter who you talk to, about just like not getting sped up or sped down.
Yeah, for sure.
And is that something that you feel like that you've learned over time in terms of? I mean, it's funny because you guys play in different ways, you know.
Yeah.
So the way you do it is different, but at the same point, you're in control all the time, and that's why you're sort of able to do what you do.
I mean, yeah, when you like, you know, obviously when you get some games under your belt, like you kind of start to figure out, like, you know, how fast you want to play at certain moments. And I feel like, you know, first couple of years I may have like rushed my shot, and like now I know at some points like I can still get my shot off. Like just things like that I've kind of noticed have changed. Like you have more time on your pull-ups and stuff like that. But I mean, I watch a lot of basketball, man. Like, so when you watch all the best guys in our league, like you see they've mastered, like you said, the pace.
Who when you're watching other guys, who are you like? Not like I need to take this from them, or I need to do, but like who do you look at now as like this is a person who I admire. They do this specific thing really well.
Tough spot. You don't want to give guys too much credit.
You don't want to give too much credit. Get back to that.
Right. Oh no. I mean, every time Phoenix plays, I'm probably watching just to see Book.
Yeah.
I mean, he's aggressive. He's always aggressive. So I try to look at that for sure.
I feel like from a in-game standpoint, these guys, they sort of, their role is clear. Your role is becoming clear, but also it's like, it's a thing that you're going to figure out over time. In terms of juggling that for yourself, what do you feel like your best, what's your best sort of course of action? Like how do you kind of like want to manage yourself knowing like you're a rookie, you know, you're going to learn things are going to come with time and everything like that. How do you sort of manage that in your own head in terms of figuring that all out?
I mean, just leave it up to God for real. I mean, just be patient, wait your time. I mean, go out there, still play hard. I mean, when the name's called, your name will get called. So I just always be prepared, be ready, just have patience and just talk to God.
Is there a thing about the league so far that you're in the NBA? But like, is there a thing with the league that you've enjoyed the most that you're surprised by?
Man, I enjoy the traveling part, like kicking it, hanging out with them.
You get a new bag every day, bro.
Man, bro.
New duffel every day, bro.
we go to like team meals. Like they be like, "Hey, you're not gonna eat. I ain't used to this." I mean, it'd be like raw food. I won't say it look raw to me. It won't be raw to me. But it look raw to me. I don't know. Like, what's that restaurant we went to when y'all went to with Coach? What was it? When me and you came together, what was it?
It was a Mexican restaurant, bro.
I don't know what food it was. It was different. It was different.
Was we in San Antonio?
Yeah, we was in San Antonio.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, we was. It was different. It was totally different. So I was saying just enjoying, trying new things and seeing new things with my teammates. That's been a fun part.
Well, it's funny because Kevin was saying this before, and you know, Lauri, you can probably speak to this differently than these guys. Like, not you guys have a really good vibe. Like, most teams don't hate each other, but like they don't necessarily kick it. You know what I mean? They kind of like everyone just goes and does their own thing, and then they go and they show up and they're professional. But like he was even saying, like he's been on a lot of teams, and he was just like this group, like, and it starts like top down. It starts like ownership, coach, front office, all the way down. And so like I'm curious, even just like with like the rest of the guys on this group, like who's the funniest? You know what I mean? Like who else is like who are the vibe bringers?
No,
like,
I would probably say the funniest between Flip and Z.
I'll probably say
Them two.
TNE up there for sure.
TNE up there too.
TNE
Everybody
be
got their
doing-
own personalities. That's what's funny about us. Like,
Sfio have his days. Nurk definitely has his days.
Nurk got his days.
K-Love.
I don't know how you guys not saying Niang is the funniest one.
Oh, George, yeah. You can't forget about George.
Nah, you can't forget about
K-Love
George.
every day.
If I knew George was here, I was in Georgia at the company.
Man, K-Love every day.
Nah, you can't forget about George.
But-
George up there.
George is out of his mind though. George is like a different kind of funny. George, you can't put the mic in front of.
Yeah, you
sometimes.
Yeah,
speak his mind
exactly.
type
Like he
funny.
says some
He
stuff,
don't
and you
care.
talk about the edit. Like you really
Yeah.
need to like watch that.
But that's the thing. Like guys named 8 guys on the team, just like so everybody's having fun and enjoys being around each other, and kind of we can have different groups going to dinner every trip, and so I think that's the positive.
The basketball distinction between college and NBA. Obviously, you're still sort of going through it. But is there one particular thing you've looked at as like, oh, this is the biggest difference?
Physicality. I mean, college bump. I mean, NBA bump is different from college bump. That's a totally different bump. You got 260 bumping. I mean, you got 7 foot 260 bumping. That's a different type of bump. I mean, you get that roll, you get that red and that switch, and you going to 5. Ain't no small 5. And it's a 5 that been doing it for 10 years plus too. So that's the different thing.
You
I
feel
feel
like it's gonna make you this offseason make you want to bulk up more?
No, for sure. No, for sure.
What'd you learn the most outside of going to hang with him in terms of the offseason, in terms of like what you did in the offseason?
He goes super hard, bro. Like, I'll be watching this rep, like, bro, he go the same. Like, you talking about pace, but like, it's kind of the proof is in the pudding. Like, he go extremely hard as far as like in the workouts, like not taking the rep for granted. So seeing that early, kind of tried to put it in my own terms as far as my work as well. But not just seeing that out there and feeling like.
Did you learn that from somebody, or was that just a natural thing?
I don't know. I feel like that's been kind of the way I grew up. Just the coaches I've had in the past, and since playing high school in Finland and then coming to college and going to Arizona, I feel like we've always just gone hard, and I think that's how you got to do it. I see these guys working every day, and that's what they're doing. Just game speed and going really hard, trying to push yourself, go too fast in the workouts, and I think that's a big thing for everybody. Like, you can't just go half speed and kind of bullshit around in practice and workouts and then expect to flip a switch in a game. So I think that's what these guys have figured out.
Were you always a shooter?
I would say that's probably my strong suit.
It is like a little. This is gonna sound stupid because again, it's NBA, but like it's a little unfair. Like when you think, like,
Yeah, for sure.
It's a little.
Yeah, footer.
Like there's not actually any way you can.
You got the 4-man chasing him off pin downs, bro.
It's not really.
That's what I've had guys who guard me just tell me in the middle of the game, like, stop coming down all these pin
4-man
downs.
coming off pin. Yo,
But
imagine AD guard him off a pin down.
yeah, but
No,
just
I didn't mean to say it. I was just saying, like, so
hypothetical.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like-
It's an example. It's hard. I
Yeah.
think that's the thing with, like, it's just a matchup nightmare. I mean, even when you're talking about what you want to work on, it's like that's what's so interesting is it's basically like when you execute, it's actually not guardable. And I think that's what makes it unique versus, most other players, guards, whatever it may be. It's like they're still really good. They're still gonna make you're still gonna make it work most of the time. But like with the combination of everything makes it actually a thing, which is
the thing for me was, like, I grew up playing a guard and 2-guard probably most of my childhood, and I actually grew up like towards the end of my like middle school area. So it's like I was playing the guard and shooting the ball, and then I just happened to grow a little bit. So
this is what I was asking about you, because I feel like this is always usually it's
I
like
was the opposite. I was a rim to rim.
you just were big
Rim to
and
rim,
bulky.
layups. I had the 3-ball in, and that's when I go in, but it was the
But then you
opposite.
just started shooting.
Yeah, it
Then
just
you just
started
were like-
handling, the reads, the shots, yeah.
Do you feel like the FIBA experience has improved your NBA experience?
for sure. First of all, just playing competitive basketball throughout the summer, I think that's the biggest deal. you stay in shape, you got the rhythm of the game down, and I feel like it's really cool to see. For example, last summer, like all the best guys came back to play, and the quality of games were super high. Like, so there's some really good teams over in Europe. So those are always kind of fun tournaments to go into, knowing that they happen in the middle of September. So you kind of make getting a head start for your training camp as well. So I think that really helps.
What was your takeaway watching the Olympics and watching that sort of style of basketball?
Well, first I had to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning every day to watch. But no, just seeing like his aggressiveness, obviously seeing him, you know, obviously at the end of the last year, he couldn't really play. But I think now, just watching that, like, no, it was crazy. Just the efficiency, getting downhill. And, you know, they play a little bit rougher down over there.
No fouls called.
Yeah, so still doing it.
It's a amazing thing. I mean, I saw it like, I was in Paris, but I went to Manila when the FIBA was in Manila a couple of years ago. And the U.S. team just had a lot of trouble with it because it was like Lithuania, Germany, all those teams were just, they were able to body you and they weren't calling it, but
Push
also
and
like everyone knew how to play together.
I know Katie said what that chemistry going to do when you got to guard steps and stuff, but like that chemistry thing that like some of the teams, like we're not as established with the Finland team, for example, but we've all like spent so much time together and grew up playing together. I think it's a really big advantage for us because we know where the guys are on the floor, and I think if there's teams that are being put together without that kind of chemistry, like we get the advantage on that. So that's the kind of cool part to go play back with your buddies. So.
Do you have a favorite road city? I'm going back to the raw food thing.
You ain't even been to all of them yet, man.
I said I'm going back to the raw food thing. Do you have a favorite road city so far?
Nah, not so far. I ain't been there yet.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think where he's gonna like the most.
Him?
Yeah.
Probably has the best hotel.
Yeah.
That's the best hotel. So what is that? You might like Chicago then. Oh no, you're gonna like Houston probably.
The Houston hotel is crazy. The one with all the cars in the lobby.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, you'll like Houston.
Chicago, you can go shopping, bro.
Nah.
Houston has the mall and the thing. Yeah, you said you got a bag every.
Oh,
yeah, bro.
Nah, he over exaggerated.
I did, bro. Come on, bro.
I got a couple bags. Collective items.
That's gonna be. I feel like that'd be fun though. Is that's part of the. You actually have you. I mean, sometimes if it's like not a back to back, you actually have time to go and like
for sure.
explore
and
see
the different stuff. Yeah.
Because you didn't really get to do that in school, right?
Nah.
No, you just sort of like in it, and then
You in the NBA, you grown, you on your own. You gotta show up to everything on time though.
Thanks to DraftKings for sponsoring the show. You know what makes the holiday season even better? NBA basketball. While everyone is arguing about who's going to host Christmas dinner, I'm getting ready for the best gift of all, a full slate of holiday hoops. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is making it even more special. We've got players dropping 40 pieces like they're handing out presents, young stars shining brighter than rooftop decorations, and games that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Plus, with early exit protection, DraftKings has your back. If your player goes down in the first half, you still get paid in cash. The last couple of years, I've been going in New York City to these Knicks games on Christmas. It's always noon. It's always an Eastern Conference opponent. This year, it is the Cavs. Last year was the Spurs, I believe, and I think Mikal, it was because Mikal went off for 40. Wemby had a big game. A little bit of foreshadow of the in-season tournament. Very excited to watch Knicks Cavs on Christmas this year. And honestly, we got a great slate. We got a Spurs OKC rematch. The league schedulers did their thing on Christmas this year. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code TEAM3. That's code TEAMTHREE. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
What's your feeling on, not like on the NCAA, but just like on where the whole sport is now? In terms of just like, so I'll give the context.
There's super old. There's old guys going back to school, right?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, like G Leaguers, right?
I was reading about this.
That's crazy. Too.
Like I just seen something about Kyrie Walker going back to school, right?
Yeah, it's like if you're
25.
Yeah,
He going back for real?
Yes. Bryce Griggs, teammate by the way. play with a man you. But he's going back to school. He's my age, bro.
But so what do you think about
Second
that?
chances. I mean, it's another opportunity.
I think so.
I think it's going to change the landscape a lot of like
Yeah, that's
just
crazy,
overall
bro, yeah.
basketball, like with the money that's being paid.
It's
Like
just not
I
as
think
normal
just
no more.
people are not going to overseas to play. Like they rather just go back to
The
school
college,
and
pay this
like,
and stay in
What?
USA.
I mean, they give him that bag in college.
Yeah,
Isn't it going down though?
They're saying they're going to like regulate it a little bit. I think my question is a little bit like, is it going to affect March Madness and like upsets and stuff like that? Because a lot of the best schools now are just going to be like the Auburn, Alabama, like the football schools. I mean, Baylor might be in that too, but Arizona might be in that too. Rutgers, I don't know, but I feel like it used to be. Remember, it used to be like you would have like all these like VCU and all these schools would make like runs and be like upsets and everything like that. And I think it's going to be harder to do that now
With the
because
older guys coming in.
You don't think guys are going to go to schools like that
25-year-old friend who's going.
Yeah, like what's going on, bro?
Did you when you were in it? Because you just were just there. When you were in it, did you feel like you even like thought about any of this stuff, or you're just like, I just got to get through this year and then that's it?
I was just thinking about just getting through college, hooping, playing basketball in college, and getting to the see what my journey took me next.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's my main focus.
I think there is kind of a different, like, there's a difference with you where it's like you knew you were coming here. So it just is like, just do the year. And then,
I don't remember that time. Long time ago.
were you always going to come out after 1 year?
No.
I asked him that question too.
Yeah, so I think picking a school and stuff, I thought I'm going for 4 years. So I was really close to actually, funny how life works. I almost committed to Utah. It reminded me of Finland on my visit and stuff. And then I ended up going to Arizona. But probably February, I started thinking like, okay, if I stay healthy, I have a chance to go. But I wasn't planning on being one and done.
Right, you.
You knew.
I mean, probably when the Big 12 started.
You just were like, this is.
I had a big game against West Virginia, and then it kind of popped from there.
And then it just became like,
Yeah.
this is a. Yeah, I think
Take
that's.
me home, West Virginia.
Western Conference. Pretty tough.
Tough. Super tough.
What,
A lot of running.
But I want to just credit the talent amount of talent in the NBA in general, not just Western Conference, but I feel like every team that you play, you got to be ready to go. So I feel like that's changed a lot, and like it's really high level basketball.
Is there somebody? I'm not asking you because you're not going to say the name. I'm going to ask these two. Is there somebody you've been impressed by that you've played that you were like not like surprised to be impressed by, but just like maybe like a younger player or something like that you played this year so far, and you were just like, oh, they were just killing us all game?
you're seeing everybody for the first time, so you can answer. I got to think about that one.
I mean, Luka. I mean, me watching Luka, me guarding Luka, just seeing him take his time. I mean, when last time we played the Lakers was like 2 days ago, 3 games ago?
Yeah, you played it this week, right?
Like 2 days ago, that game where he had like 45 coming down, just letting it go, just like, damn, man.
Yeah, you went off that one too.
Yeah, he was shooting from the logo. Though.
He was
That
just,
crazy.
it was just one of those games. I was just like, damn.
He screamed at our crowd in his language. I'm like, bro, this is absolutely whoa.
I mean, yeah, there's guys on every team, but like we end up getting the win in overtime. But like Cooper was impressive, and it, like that was the first time for me. We saw him in preseason. Didn't play like I didn't play much in that game anyway, and just kind of first time really seeing him play, and so that was cool to see. He's 18, right?
Still, right? Yeah.
I think he just turned 19 today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, bro, your
But yeah, like-
guys' class is ridiculous.
Yeah, y'all crazy. Yeah.
But it's impressive to see at that age to do that kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
just same thing with him. So that's cool. It's cool to see.
Curious for all three of you individually, as you're sort of looking forward for the next 6 months, is there a particular, we know the team goals, but is there a particular individual, not like on the court necessarily, like I want this number of points or whatever, is there a particular individual goal you want to hit over the next like 6 months?
Get stronger. That's my main one. Just get stronger.
No McDonald's, get stronger.
Just get stronger.
Individual goals. I mean, I've talked to these guys about it. Like, I know it's not individual exactly, but like just with the younger guys, like just keep building chemistry. And that's the biggest thing, like share the court as much as we can and kind of talk through stuff and really keep building that bond. And that's been like my main goal. And then obviously you have All-Star Weekend coming up, and obviously everybody strives for those accolades that come with it. But obviously we're focusing on winning and creating that chemistry, and then the individual stuff will come later. So I think those are the main thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think same thing. It's just about continuing to like build winning habits is the main thing. Continue to like try to put ourselves in games where we have to execute down the stretch, and as a group have, you know, the right dialogue between one another, like being in those moments, you know, where people say the pressure is on, whether it's on the road or at the house. Just continue to, like you said, build the chemistry. You know, like I said, put ourselves in those moments. So, you know, when we get it rolling, we're able to, you know, keep that momentum. But yeah, just focus on winning, bro. Like, I mean, me and Lauri, we've been through a lot. So we, like we said, we had, you know, a lot of conversations, and we just really just want to win real bad.
Are you going to go to Finland?
He is.
I'm gonna go out
Yeah,
there.
pull up,
Can
bro.
we film that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go, bro.
For sure.
Go.
I told him already that you got to come
to
back.
Finland. We're going to do an episode of I'm coming to Finland.
That's
No, I'm
a
definitely
bet.
And you got to do the
That's a bet.
sauna with jumping into the lake. I ain't gonna do it.
Late.
Yeah.
Sauna and then jumping
you
right
see-
into the
But you
lake.
got to do like a week, though. You can't do 2 days.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go for a week. I'm gonna go
For
longer.
sure, we gotta be
yeah.
out there longer than 2 days.
Just go there.
Yeah.
Just go
I'll
there
bring,
for like 10
bring
days.
these guys
and post
over
up.
and
They got regular food out there.
Yes, bro,
Yes.
they do. They have pizza over there. Like,
even your McDonald's is better over there.
yes,
It is true. McDonald's is way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why they say that though?
I mean, I don't know. Probably the ingredients, right?
You'll find out next time.
Yeah, you'll see.
Yeah, bro.
You'll see. We'll see. We'll fast forward next summer.
Once you're out of berries, boy, you understand.
Bro, you
You understand why
We got some raw food over
It's
there
oatmeal
too.
with just berries, no brown sugar,
I
none of that.
believe, I
Like,
buy that about the bear. The fruit is way better in Europe.
yes,
It's not even
bro.
close.
Yes, McDonald's is definitely better when I was in Paris.
What's the food of Finland? What's the food it's known for?
We have a couple of our own foods, but
Chocolate is fire. Their chocolate OD, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't had the chocolate
we-
yet that he got us? Boy,
yeah, I got
boy,
them a
boy.
little Christmas gift. But I would say, me personally, for example, we just eat a lot of fish over there, and just that's probably my go-to.
Your whole life is gonna change.
Man,
Absolutely,
yeah.
bro. Absolutely. At least he tried the
It's gonna
food,
be the
though.
before
He
and
be
after.
trying everything.
Our whole food
But he might get on a plane with like Wendy's.
Yeah.
That's how I gotta give him credit
was
to.
gonna
Though.
say.
Like, he's willing to try new stuff, so that's
You
good
definitely
sign.
deserve
Yeah.
credit for that, because some people do not. Some people
I used to
balk
be like that, but then
balk
they-
at that like crazy.
He just resorting to Chipotle now. Every flight, you got
That's
Chipotle,
like-
bro.
Chipotle.
That's
all I
Mikhail.
know.
Mikhail is Chipotle every day.
Yeah,
He's
so
so
we
used to
switched from McDonald's.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Chipotle.
Yeah,
that's better,
At first, it was
bro.
McDonald's on the plane and Wendy's.
Just like, I'm going to Chipotle.
Straight Chipotle.
Chipotle, you get the salad. You get the salad, the protein. Like, it'll
Yeah,
be straight.
you get something
Yeah.
that helps.
All right, fellas, thank you for joining. Congrats on the season so far.
Appreciate it.
We'll do a check-in later when you
Sure.
guys keep hooping.
Appreciate it, bro.